Flipping a poisonous world, igniting life as singularity, with the core of Dharma protection. Hello, dear listeners. Today, we're going to talk about something a bit heavy-duty and a bit high-tech. In this era, our living conditions seem to have improved, but in reality, there are pitfalls everywhere. Today, I want to share a profound dialogue between a master and his disciple. It's a fascinating conversation that starts with the herbicides on our dinner tables, travels through the singularity of the Big Bang, and finally lands on the staggering merit of the Dharma protecting heart described in the Buddhist sutras. The master said something that really stings. If you can't even see how daily life affects your own interests, then what's the point of reading all those books? It's just nonsense. Today, let's deconstruct how to find the instant turnaround singularity in this world full of toxins and lies. Part 1. Expansion on the table and numbness in the heart. The master first called out something specific: herbicides. He said herbicides are more toxic than pesticides. Pesticides kill insects. Herbicides directly damage human internal organs. Almost everything we buy today contains them. Even scarier are the various additives used to chase the perfect mouthfeel. Take the yao fried dough sticks we love. The master described them. They look beautiful, they're crispy, and they smell amazing. You think that's craftsmanship? That's the work of alum, expanding agents, and emulsifiers. Expanding agents were originally meant for farming. When put into food, they make the dough incredibly crispy and keep it from getting soggy for a long time. The disciple lamented, "This satisfies the palate but harms the spleen and stomach." The master shifted the focus deeper. He said these pieces of information are actually your singularity of awakening. If you see things that harm your body and have no reaction if you don't recognize the stakes, it means your heart has gone numb. Here, the master proposed a vital point. Cultivation isn't in some remote forest. It's in your power of perception regarding all things. You inherently possess teacherless wisdom and natural wisdom. When you see a phenomenon, can you immediately perceive what it is? What it brings you? This is about mobilizing the abilities you already fundamentally possess. Part 2. What is the singularity in cultivation? The master used a very avant-garde term, singularity. In physics, it's the point of infinite density and zero volume at the start of the Big Bang. In AI, it's the point where machines surpass humans. In plain language, the master explained, a singularity is a mechanism. It's the neck or the key. What does that mean? It's like inserting a key into a lock click and the door opens. That is, a singularity. In cultivation, a singularity represents an explosive interconnectedness. For example, you hear one sentence and instantly get it. You understand everything and immediately know how to apply that insight, even if you encounter a scammer. If you have wisdom, you can instantly catch a point of utility within them to benefit yourself and others without harming anyone. If you can do this, you are living through the singularity. For instance, if we donate money to public welfare to promote diabetes prevention, helping those in pain find comfort, you gave that money, hired that person, minus one that did, and produced that effect. Once that logical chain is clear, you realize the benefit brought by that small amount of money is infinite. This is the Big Bang of blessings. The master said, you don't believe it? You can write it down and post it on the wall. When your blessings enter the singularity and explode, just look at the area that explosion covers. It is all yours. Often, our cultivation is ineffective because our energy channels are blocked. You must start small and clear them bit by bit. Giving money and doing work are abilities. But if you are holding the oil can but can't find the hole, it's useless. As the master said, the treasure in the house is unknown without being pointed out. The pearl in the robe must be explained to be recognized. Part 3. From attachment to the flip. The disciple shared an insight. He used to think letting go of attachment was hard, but later found it was as easy as flipping a coin. For example, if someone says something you don't like, your first reaction is annoyance and attachment. How could they say that? But if you pivot your thought, this anger doesn't solve the problem. How should I speak to get the job done? When you are no longer attached to that anger, the solution appears immediately. The master agreed. A room dark for 1,000 years is lit by a single lamp. Before, you couldn't see because it was dark. Nothing you touched felt right. Once the light is on, you can pick up exactly what you need with precision. However, the master reminded us, this ability to flip requires accumulation. Why can some people pivot instantly while others struggle for years? The master revealed a secret. It's about your foundation. It is something you have cultivated yourself. Not everyone can flip their perspective so easily. Part 4. The infinite rewards of the Dharma protecting heart. Finally, the master spoke of the highest benefit, the heart of Dharma protection, the core of Dharma protection. He said our actions must benefit others, even to the point of self-sacrifice. When you move forward with a single-minded purpose, not following delusions or afflictions, you are walking the Bodhisattva path. The master asked, if someone tries to harm a Dharma protector or a practitioner, and I help that practitioner, what benefit do I get? When the Dharma protecting heart arises, the master explained, even the smallest action yields inconceivable merit. He said, why do I grow cultivate so fast? Because I am fertile. My merit is thick. Usually, you see me scolding people, but I am actually fertilizing and watering. I am watering my own roots. I am the one benefiting. To illustrate, he cited a poignant story from the Mahaparinirvana Sutra. The Buddha told of a pregnant woman fleeing a chaotic country. She reached the Ganges River during a flood. Carrying her child, she tried to cross but lacked the strength. In that moment, she had one thought, I would rather die with my child than leave him behind to save myself. Ultimately, both drowned. But because of that pivotal moment, that supreme love and the refusal to abandon her child even unto death, she was immediately reborn in the heavens. The Buddha said that even if her nature wasn't perfect, that intense love caused her to ascend. The master continued, cultivation is the same. Even if a person has committed heavy sins or has bad karma, if they can give rise to the Dharma protecting heart, to protect the true Dharma, they become a supreme field of merit for the world. The rewards are limitless. Conclusion. The master concluded, when you restrain those who would destroy the Dharma, you are actually protecting the people. You stop the troublemaker from creating more negative karma, and you protect the practitioner so they can continue their path. This intention, the Dharma protecting heart, is the most powerful singularity. It causes all your negative karma to deflate instantly and allows your roots of virtue to explode into growth. Closing. My deepest takeaway is this. Cultivation happens in the moment of every thought pivot, and in that sincere heart that would rather die than abandon the Dharma. This world may be full of herbicides and pitfalls, but if you find that singularity and learn to flip your attachments, then, as the master says, every move you make, even a scolding, becomes a benefit. The question is, can you give rise to that pure heart of Dharma protection? Thank you for listening. We hope this dialogue, shared by the Buddha Bodhi Association of Australia, brings you a bit of explosive inspiration. See you next time.